Ahoy, Wonders, and welcome back to the table. Pre-show. Was it? Get it. Go away. I can't reach.
I got it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Grant. Welcome back to the table. We're here. We're back in the Underdark, and we're ready to things.
You had just did a little bit of shopping.
Yes.
You made it to Colas, so you got a little bit of rest. Voltara's still at the end, kind of like kicking back and being a little sick from being completely like washed over with venom. And other bumps and scars probably caused by the Megapede. So while you were while Micha was taking care of her, Devil Grim went off to do his own stuff, and you guys went out and went shopping. Your next move, as what you guys believe was the best thing to do, is to find some way to Dimswell, which is where all the Malu are stationed.
Makes sense.
And in order to actually get to Dimswell, you have to continue down the grand staircase and go inside the mushroom forest.
Sounds safe.
I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say... Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, how bad could it be? It's just mushrooms, right?
I mean, I thought I accidentally killed one of them, but apparently it was less dire than I had been led to believe. However, though I may have a checkered past with the funglet folk, these ones don't seem so bad.
You do
Some of
know.
the good ones.
Chromagil, you sleep well with the knowledge that the Sovereign is overlooking the anything the Mushroom Forest is in the Underdark is where the Sovereign can see. Mm-hmm. So, in that sort of sense, like you're always being watched by some giant force.
I understand that this creature, who seems like my kin, very big, looking over the whole forest. If he's not causing a stir, must not be something too bad in there.
Father Fungus is always watching.
Yeah.
Trust
How bad
the fungus.
could it be?
Yep. Walk into the fungus forest, and you are in his field. You are in his field of vision 100% of the time.
They have a very big sovereign. Think of me, but imagine this, bigger, and he's just watching the whole thing. It'll be all right.
All right, so I guess we'll head to Father Funglet's Fungal Forest.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head back to the inn. You decide to like take a little bit more rest, just to prepare yourselves, getting all your new equipment together. Which, since we're kind of coming back fresh from a little bit of a hiatus, why don't we all go ahead around the room and say what we purchased?
I bought Stupid Kevin, the transmutation bloaterfish bag.
Oh, yeah. I picked up the shroom cloak, an acid staff, and a spell book. The spell book had some druid stuff that I can pick up on. I believe the staff would give me some additional casting power. The cloak, I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to remember exactly what it did, because I just wrote down shroom cloak, and now I'm gonna have to rediscover that. But I got that.
The shroom cloak, I believe.
Give you like some stealth ability.
Yeah,
or
yes,
something?
that was it. It gave you +5 in stealth if you're within like vegetation.
But that was my haul.
Mm-hmm. And all I got was a superior healing potion and an ice pseudo-dragon, which I've yet to name yet. I will figure it out. Morgan will figure it out.
Yeah, most of my time was spent selling off the shit I had.
Being a true monster hunter.
Yes.
I have things.
But I don't know what to make with them. You have. Give money. Money can buy things.
That's Wake's new voice now.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I love it.
The bear from the Cleveland show.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's time to go.
I was down here for buying the stuff that you need.
Time to stop a demon incursion, Cleveland.
Not quite Jim Henson voice.
All right. So, a couple of hours roll by. You, unfortunately, being in the Underdark.
That's right. And also got the Ring of Protection, or Amulet of Protection +1.
Yes. Mm-hmm. A couple of hours roll by. I'm going to need everyone to roll me a quick survival check just to keep in touch with their internal clock, knowing what time it is.
Okay. Survival.
Off to a great start. 7.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 13 for Wake.
Let's see. That is a 19 for Morgan.
All right. Morgan and Wake have a relative idea of how much time has passed. Chromagil, unfortunately, has now forgotten what the fuck is going on, if it's either morning, evening, whatever it is up on the surface. That notion is gone.
His concept of time is usually based around where the sun is, and Well,
now
down here that doesn't really work.
you have to grow accustomed to the lunar cycles, or else you're fucked for time.
Yeah, Wake will re-mention to Chromagil that they tell time down here based on like the dewdrops from the giant glowy spires in the ceiling.
That's
Stupid.
so much extra effort.
Horriculously inaccurate. There we go. New word. Horriculously. Use it in a sentence.
So you head downstairs. You're kind of feeling like it's time to go, but Micha and Valtara have not reappeared. Devil Grin's downstairs.
Yeah, come to think of it, we haven't seen Valtara since she was,
Subdued.
injured.
In a coma, basically.
I will approach Devil Grin, who I'm assuming is in Sigrun attire.
Yes. Devil Grin, who is now disguised as Sigrun, his drow-like form, is just sitting at the bar, having a drink, counting his money.
So, you got word from either Voltara or Micha? Like, how is Voltara doing? We haven't really been around since we needed a very long sleep.
Well, the last time I checked, they went upstairs, and that's the last I've seen of them. I pretty much completed my job, unless you want to hire me on for something more.
No, just curious if you'd saw him.
Nope, they've been upstairs the whole time. I went out and tried to see if there were any other jobs roaming about.
All right, well, guess we'll head upstairs and... Do you know what room they're in?
He looks over to the barkeep. They start speaking in Elvish to each other.
I understand that.
He pretty much tells you that they're upstairs in room 205.
All right, 205. All right, we should probably go check on them.
All right.
Well,
Fair
Valtar's at 205. Micha is in 207.
Close enough. They're right next to each other if it's, just like normal hotels, back and forth. Anyway, let's go upstairs.
Okay, so you guys head upstairs. I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Good start. Natural wonders.
Hey, 21.
3.
21. Chromagil,
May not be awake, but I am alert.
for you guys, for Morgan and for Wake, it's like, oh, well, you just came downstairs from the bar area, so the hearth from the stove or the just the fireplace itself, it's got a nice little homely burn to it. Chromagil, this feels a little weird because that the strong feeling of heat that you felt from downstairs. Now, as you go upstairs, obviously you'll probably get a lantern here and there because the fire's nearby, but that same feeling of hearth has not disappeared since you went upstairs, and getting over towards Valtara's room, it remains the same temperature.
You notice that even though we've traveled all the way upstairs, it still feels like we're right by the fireplace?
Oh, yeah, this place must be pretty well insulated.
Kind of feels around, make sure heat emanating from any of the walls or anything up
Well,
here.
you got the candles right above you, so you got a tiny flame that gives some small purchase of heat. But for you, it's just that your entire body feels like you're sitting right next to a fireplace as you get closer to Valtara's room.
Is it getting more intense as I'm getting closer to Valtara?
No, it remains the same
It
pace.
hasn't changed. I don't know. It just feels really warm.
I create a small gust of wind to kind of cycle the air.
Roll me another perception check, all of you. Chromagil, you don't have to.
Okie dokie.
Darn it. We should stay on that 18. That's a 5.
That is a modified 20.
Now you're starting to feel it.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. God, now it's
It's an
See,
uncomfortably
it's a
warm.
yeah, it's a very uncomfortable heat that just gave purchase.
Oh, God, maybe I should...
Stop the wind.
Ugh.
It's still there.
Ah!
Morgan, you don't feel this at all.
All right, something...
Whatever. I'm gonna knock on Voltara's door.
No answer.
She's probably still sleeping.
I'm gonna go knock on Micha's door.
Roll something here real quick.
At the very least, if we're gonna enter Voltara's room, we should have the doctor with us.
No.
5 minutes go by, nothing happens. But then finally you start hearing footsteps from Valtara, almost like she's lazily getting over to you guys.
Man, I'm patient.
The door opens up. Micha, she looks haggard, like she hasn't slept at all since you last saw her.
Whoa, late night? or
No,
day?
What do you mean? I've been sleeping the whole time.
You look. No offense. You look like you could use another 15 to 20 minutes.
It feels like it.
Yeah, I hold up a mirror for her, which I do have. I have a
Yep.
cartographer's kit.
She looks up at herself. Oh, God. What the hell happened?
I do not know, but it's very warm out here.
Perhaps
Do you
beauty
feel
rest
that at all?
doesn't work the same way down here.
No, that wasn't the case.
Sweating.
I felt tired as per usual. Like, I spent most of the night making sure Valtara was okay. I gave her the proper water intake she needed to at least maybe see her awake today. Wait, what time is it?
It's
Chromagil shrugs.
You know that after a while, it's now, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning the next day.
like dawn-ish, probably.
She, like, kind of just, she, like, looks around. She goes, is it really warm in here, or is it just me?
No, it's very warm. I've been trying to cycle the air, and it's not doing anything.
She is, like, sweating a little bit. Like, you can see, like, visible sweat dripping down her flesh.
Wow, I didn't even know you people had sweat glands. No offense. I don't know much. I don't.
This is very strange. I don't understand what's going on either. It just feels like there's this weird, uncomfortable heat.
Could someone turn down the fireplace? Not that he can really angle his thoughts, but he is just announcing it louder, as if to a room.
A Swivelblin opens the door next door. Shut up! I'm sleeping!
It's really warm!
You look fine.
Maybe
Segrin would know more about this.
But before we check that, Micha, you said you were up tending to Valtara. Does she look okay? Is everything
we
gonna
should
be all right?
probably
She
check
looked
on her.
fine, all things considered. The poison was taken out of her system. She just needed a bit. She needed some water intake. She needed some time to rest, and well, she's a big girl. She's probably got some massive constitution to her.
Well, if you're feeling rough after a full night of sleep and not being injured, we should probably go check on her.
I unfortunately don't have her key.
How did you lock the door on?
I had to help her to the restroom at one point.
Well, let's just pop open this lock then. I don't know what I have to do.
If you're gonna try and, well, how are you gonna pop this lock?
Let's see what I have.
Chromagil just makes a fist in the palm of his hand motion. Let me know when you need any extra help.
Oh, sure. Let us get banned from the only inn in town.
Look, all I'm saying is
Aha!
I'm giving you your chance first.
Finally, a use! I can use my skeleton key.
Oh!
Hey, all
I've
right.
been holding on to it forever. I'm like, someday we'll come across a locked door, and then it'll be Lanny's turn.
It's about damn time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I pop the skeleton key into the lock
Yeah.
and turn it.
You hear an audible crack. You feel the door, and you actually can open up the door.
All right, that'll
But
work.
you pull out the skeleton key and it's cracked in half.
Well, I got its use out of it.
Hey.
Read.
Hopefully that door isn't
The
completely
heat
fucked.
is excruciating in here.
Oh my god, this is so much worse!
It feels like you literally are sticking your face into an oven.
I think Valtara may have a fever.
Yep!
There looks like there's like just a lump in the bed that looks like the size of Valtara should be. But there is audible smoke coming around the room. Visible smoke. Sorry.
It's so
Smoke is
big.
noisy.
You can hear it.
It's billowing.
Yeah. There is visible smoke emanating from inside this room.
That doesn't look good.
All right, I'm going to see if I see any sort of. I'm going to see if I see any sort of fire.
Delicious watery dice.
Hell yeah.
Apple juicy dice.
Oh, sticky.
Perception would be 12.
12? Okay. You don't see a fire. You just see like intense steam rising from everywhere in this room.
Nothing seems to be inflamed yet, but we should probably get everything important out of this room. That includes Valtara.
Unless she's the one making that.
Like I said, there is a giant lump in the bed, which you assume is Valtara sleeping in it.
I'm assuming it's Valtara, but it's
Is it to the point where if I stepped in there, I would be uncomfortable to the point of pain?
You would have to roll me a Constitution save.
So yes.
Yeah.
Well, doing my best in trying to use my elemental attunement to, just create like a small shimmying veil of mist and wind. I'm going to attempt to go in there and pull off that blanket real quick. Constitution.
Saving throw.
Saving throw is a 15.
15.
I'm gonna go rinse the sticky dye off real quick.
All right, you don't feel any physical pain out of going in here, but there's just sheer exhaustion walking in here.
Oh my god, I need more water.
It's literally like feeling like stepping out of a sauna, but being in there for way too longer than you should have. You get to Valtara's bed. You can see her tail sticking out of the blankets. You pull it back. She's there.
Good.
Her arm looks like there is something branded on her. There is a small sigil doused in flame, very small flame that is scarred into her flesh.
Micha, I think she has an infection. Or whatever this thing means.
If you want to figure out what it is, you would have to roll me an Arcana check.
Oh boy, wake specialty.
Can I help?
You have to go inside the room.
Oh, fuck.
I got a 5.
It is so damn hot in here, you fucking cannot pay attention to this.
Oh man, after all my arcane studies, I can't figure it out. It's too hot.
From reading all of those novels.
All of those novels that I wrote and or read.
For you guys to go in there, again, you'd have to roll for it.
Constitution.
Con save to get inside.
Oh, boy. Come on. It was on the 14 and it flipped over. It's a 4.
All right, well, you take one step in. Nope, fuck that. You got to get back out. You feel hair on your arm singe and actually catch in flame.
Nope, I was dead once already. Nope, I'm
You
done.
take 3 points of fire damage, but
Ow.
you can roll an arcane check with disadvantage after experiencing something.
Okay.
Let's let him roll that first.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the roll. No, that's a 6.
That's still better than me.
It is better, but
Yeah,
not
that
much.
it's just fucking hot in there. How is Valtara alive?
All right,
Miguel?
I got in there with con save of 18.
18. You take it like a champ. You just saunter on in there. Your cap begins to like sap ichor from the gills, but that's pretty much just you sweating.
Oh, it is a little toasty in here.
Yeah, I bet.
And now you see the sigil burning on her arm. If you want to roll an Arcana check, go for it.
I'm of no use here. Natural 1.
Unfortunately, no one here knows what's going on.
He's gonna uncork his water skin and try to pour it on the sigil.
All right.
Turn this dry heat sauna into a steam sauna.
So you place water and apply it on top of Valtara's sigil on her arm. It does simmer. The flames die a little bit, but now you can see more of her flesh. But it's still seared in there. Like it's almost like this is arcane fire. What the sigil looks like, it almost looks like it's making out a message. Someone seared a tattoo into her, a message into her flesh.
Do I recognize the text, like the language of the text?
Do you know Infernal?
No, I do not. I'm gonna walk back out to Micha and hand her my spyglass.
Think you can make out whatever that is from here? It's very warm in there. Also, be careful. This thing's hot.
All right, let me see. Well, with that spyglass, she's able to see Valtara. She just sees the flame on her flesh. She doesn't know what the wording is.
And I tried to douse it a little bit. It's an alphabet that I don't really recognize because I only recognize 2.
Is it coming from hers or something else in the room? We should get her out of there.
I don't fucking know. It's just there's a thing burned on her arm. Chromagil, could
Do
you...
we have any Arcana experts in the building? Just sending a signal out over his rapport spores.
All right, Chromagil, let's try to lift her out of here, I guess.
He has the better chance of doing so because he is a powerful
I'm gonna
build.
give you
gonna say.
advantage.
I was about to say, gentlemen, if you could bring her out here, I'm, besides her, I'm the only closest thing you got to an Arcana expert.
Just an athletics to try and pick her up.
With
Yeah.
advantage because I'm assisting.
Yep. after this roll, I want you both to roll a con save again.
Good.
Modified 20.
And then con save.
Pick up a boulder with relative ease.
Hey, nat 20.
17 on the con save.
Makes crushing rocks seem such a breeze.
Not funny.
It's left.
This Kong so strong it isn't funny will make a Kremlin cry
out for mummy. All right.
Anyway,
Nat 20 on the con save. I think being like, I'm guessing my way I'm holstering under Meech is protecting me from the heat.
Pretty much.
You rolled a
Con save.
17.
17 was my
17?
con save.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah,
it
you
goes.
guys are fine. You take her back out. There is
in the hallway.
there is heat emanating from her. She looks like ragged. She looks worse than what you saw her last.
I'm guessing this isn't how she looked when you last left her, Micha.
Not at all.
This is like a curse or what?
Boy.
She's emanating heat because she was inside the room that entire time, but the heat is still coming from within the room. It's not like she's the source.
Okay.
Ah. A fire ghost.
While you guys were inside there, I actually did want you guys to make a quick investigation check.
Oh, those two. Okay.
Yeah.
17.
16.
17, 16. With that, as you guys were going out, you looked around the room just like for curiosity's sake because you were lifting her up. Both of you do notice that there are a lot of like scratch marks, like really, really big scratch marks on the floor and around near the windows. And for some reason, even for you, they almost seem crustacean in nature. Almost like a coconut crab may have scratched its way along the floor.
I'm not sure what kind of crabs are made out of fire, but I think we might have some sort of crustacean running around here, cursing people.
Anybody know anything about some hot?
Delicious
crab creatures?
people.
So no one's pretty much the same swivel blade kind of like opens the door. Shut up!
There may be an emergency here.
I'm just saying, like,
I think there might be some sort of demon terrorizing this room. I'm not entirely sure.
Micha has a +3, so if you want to give her assistance,
I have +3 as well, so yeah,
right.
I'll help her out.
give
do you want to
assistance.
take it or do you want her to take it?
Play your role.
Me?
Play your. Okay.
Oh, okay. DM roll.
Yeah.
All right. 13 with assistance. 12 with assistance.
That's with the +3.
Yep.
I just assumed because she knows Infernal. Damn.
She does not.
I thought
She knows Elven and Draconic.
We ain't no demons.
there was a previous interaction with her that
She was under Yith control.
even know when I first met her, but
If that's the case, I might have fucked that up. But you know what? With that score, I'm just going to... Listen, rule of cool, whatever.
yeah.
Rule of cool, I'm going to have this message turn into common.
oh, look, it changed.
Hey,
It changes... Like,
I can read that.
with your assistance, you're actually able to try and, like, warp the fire into making
Yeah.
some kind of message. You feel... Like, you could just tell from what's going on here. Someone did this to her for some kind of purpose to give a message. After a few minutes of trying to like merge the heat into some kind of message, you and Micha scry out that the message says to you, "We know you are following us. We will wait for you."
Then why didn't they wait here?
Would have made things a lot easier.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have had to take all
Too
this-
many
or
witnesses.
burn Voltara for that matter.
Perhaps they want to scare us, make us feel intimidated. But I don't think it'll take a hot room and a fiery tattoo on our friend to scare us that easily.
And it'll take a room at least twice as hot. And 5 more tattoos on Voltara, probably.
Micha, while trying to take a gander at like what the situation here is, she tries to apply water upon her flesh. She tries to like
Yeah, I tried that one already. The water.
I do
Didn't-
have. I
didn't
do
quite hold.
I do have Chill Touch as a cantrip.
okay.
Like maybe.
Yeah, but that's like a necrotic thing. That's like you're draining their life energy.
Is
isn't
it cold damage?
Let me
Because
dou-
you can apply
let me
subdue.
double check. Oh Okay, am I really gonna have to bust out Google again? It's been 2 weeks.
Pretty sure Chill Touch is a necrotic or a necromancy spell.
Let me double check.
Well, necromancy spell, but it also can, if it does
It
chill
determines
damage.
it determines the
But
damage.
I think it's necrotic.
Let me see.
Chill touch.
It's when you're trying to speed run and you've got to be really precise. You got to give it that chill touch.
Gotta
Here we
be
go.
Frame perfect.
Okay, I found
It is necrotic,
Okay,
yes.
so that ain't gonna work. All right.
I mean, you
Kill
can
this
you can
fire.
destroy the flesh and then maybe it won't burn, but
Kind of like age that layer so it peels off.
I don't know.
Everything I have to work with water is not magical, so.
Well, Micha tries to apply water onto it. The message warps as the flames erupt the water into steam.
I'm gonna try to use control water and keep that water solid on the as a bubble of water on the thing itself, because I can cool water with this ability, and as long as I can manipulate it in the size of like a 1 foot cube.
You are
I'm
applying
typically good.
water onto this thing. It's still kind of like fading away. The message warps again. Do you want to roll another Arcana check?
Sure. Let me use a different die. Here
See if I can bubble up the water so it magnifies.
Just a
so it
single
can see
single roll,
better.
right? No
Yeah.
benefits or
Well, Meech is going to help you, so advantage.
advantage.
Take that
God.
advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage, please.
Hey.
that's a 14.
Once again, you're able to take the message and try to form it into some kind of broken common. It's easy what a little corruption can do for blackmail. It says in return.
Let me just jot that down real quick.
It returns to the other message of "Find us."
And you said for blackmail.
Yep.
Okay, it's easy what a little corruption can do for blackmail. Find us.
It'd be a lot easier if you stopped burning our friend.
Was anyone else around when you were tending to Voltara? Asks Micha.
No, I went off to. She's just like trying to like figure this out. She's fucking confused at this point. She's just looking over Valtara like, I don't know how this happened. She like, I don't know. I wasn't in this room. I went to sleep. The moment I thought she was getting better, this happened, I suppose, while I was sleeping.
So, question: the heat is still coming out of the room, right?
Yes. The source is from all those markings you saw. Like something.
Oh, so
left-
there are like sigils carved in the floor and stuff.
not sigils, but like there's like
Singed claw marks.
there is singed claw marks, like something scraped along the floor, and it's leaving that heat trail.
It's like the bad guy from Osmosis Jones.
Kind of, yes.
I'm gonna essentially just kind of give up on trying to douse this magical fire because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Swoosh that water back into my water skin now that it's all toasty, and it's Micha flavored water.
Yeah.
Yeah, $50 a bottle or whatever. Anyway,
There it is. There we go.
yeah, got to be topical. Gonna go into the room and see if I can find where this creature either came in from or left to.
All right, you're heading back inside. Roll a con save.
Still rolling a 16.
You're fine. The heat is intense. The more you walk into the bedroom area, the claw marks are on the floor. It almost looks like the claw mark kind of like wraps around the outside of the bedding, but where the other bit of the claw mark is trailing from is coming out of a singed part of the window.
All right, so it came out. So it came in and went out through the window, presumably.
Yes,
I'll look out the window to see if I can
There-
see any similar burn markings.
there are footprints on the floor.
Okay.
There does look like there's what looks a very large boot mark is left on the floor, and it's walking towards the bed, goes around the other side where Voltara was sleeping, and it looks like the singe marks are way deeper into the floor right next to the bed, indicating that someone was standing there for quite some time while they were doing whatever this was to Voltara.
So it has boot prints and it has crustacean claws.
Yeah, it's like boot print in the middle, claw marks on the side.
Interesting. Huh. I make note of that to everybody around, and from the window, can I see where the creature might have ascended or where it might have...
That would be a perception check, but if you're going to investigate, if you're going to try to open the window, how are you going to try to open the window, I should say? I apologize. Because the window looks like it's kind of still burning.
I'd probably just use my Jossum scimitar and pry it open like a crowbar.
All right. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleighted hand. 18 on the die. That's a modified 22.
Modified 22.
Of course, modified.
Yep. You just take the tip of your blade, pop on the hilt, and the window, the entire bottom of it turns to ash, and the window peers open.
Bless you.
All right, I do not want this taken out of our deposit.
And I look out to see if I can find where it scaled the building or where it...
Perception check.
Okay. That is 13 plus 16.
16? Okay. You look around the side of the building. There's nothing there. Like, this thing, it's weird. You're trying to piece together how this thing could have possibly gotten in here with all these claw marks and all this burning. Nothing on the side of the building looks like anything has happened. However, you look across the street at the roofing, and there's a little bit of a claw mark that's singeing up the roofing.
Huh.
So whatever this thing was, it jumped a great distance to land right outside the window.
Okay, whatever was in here, it can either jump really, really far, or it has wings. Or both. It
Well,
could be both.
you said there were boot marks and like crustacean marks. Could there
yeah,
be more than one creature traveling? Perhaps an owner and a skittery pet.
I mean, it's possible if the owner has...
Is it like a singular boot print, or are there like two indicating two legs?
That would be another investigation check.
Oh. All right, that's pretty good. 17.
17. As weird as it sounds, this feels like this all came from one creature.
Okay.
But was there one boot print, or did it look like it had a pair of legs?
Oh, it was a pair of legs. It was
Okay,
like it was
so two boots and claws.
and the claw
Gotcha.
marks,
Yeah,
both trailing on the side.
the tracks would indicate that unless this other creature that was traveling with it is very, very close to it, this seems like the same thing. So whatever it is, it either has wings or
Really long arms.
I'm gonna
really
do-
long arms, or it's really strong legs.
And the only other thing you know is that, based on your Arcana checks and everything, is that this is an infernal creature, and it has some kind of way to corrupt people.
I'm gonna do like a. Would it be a hit? Would it be a nature or an Arcana to try and figure out an infernal creature? I guess
That would be Arcana.
Arcana. Well, I don't know very well, but hey,
Can
maybe
I
heard
help?
a traveler
Yes.
talk
Okay,
about it.
I'm helping you.
Okay.
However, this is gonna be a little fucking funky because it's like you're just imparting knowledge onto him.
Yeah.
So I'd like you two to explain to me how how you're role playing this.
Okay. Chromagil is just trying to think of like, all right, creatures that would possibly have some sort of like crustacean-like appendages while also walking primarily on two legs with boots.
If I may interject, would this not make more sense for you to be spitballing ideas to try to unlock information in his head then?
Yeah,
So that would be
probably.
your role with advantage.
Makes sense, actually, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're basically listing
Yeah, because
all the attributes of the creature.
From me sitting here, I'm just like, how would you know that? That
Right.
seems like more up Morgan's alley.
Okay.
Well, okay, so it seems like it could walk on two legs, but it also has like crustacean-like claw or appendages that maybe scrape alongside it as it's moving.
I will allow this because you having a little bit more in part with nature and you having the Arcana on this makes way more sense.
Okay.
And it's just, what kind of creature would need such appendages or have any sort of capabilities like this? It must have intelligence and clearly be, planning, thinking this through.
Literate, and
Has the ability to leave messages.
by branding, infernal branding.
Perhaps there's some creature you know about that is like this, Morgan, maybe?
That is a 14 again.
14? Mm-hmm. Well, no bones about it. This is a demon. This is infernal at its core. This is some nine hells bullshit that is at your doorstep.
Well,
This might mean that your good buddies from the north are starting to catch wind of you and are following you in some case.
Wake, I think our goose is cooked. This
I
is...
mean, if we stay in this room any longer, maybe.
Wait, bear with me. This is demonic, textbook demon.
My best student was a demon. My only student.
Infernal humanoid.
Yeah,
Tiefling.
humanoid, demon-ish.
Right, but your pupil didn't have straight up claws, pinchy claws.
Not that I ever saw. She had more like punchy claws.
So we're
Mitts.
but the messages said this is blackmail apparently, and they know what we're doing, and they want us to find them. This is bait. So I think the folks from the north caught wind of what we're doing.
Well, at the very least, if they find us, we don't have what they're looking for.
I'd like all of you to roll history check.
Okay.
That's a 4.
16.
6.
Has nothing to do with the ashtray.
Chroma
Wait,
Gill.
don't know.
Wasn't it kind of funny how there were some red tieflings that were mentioned trailing around with this star child that you're looking for?
It was. Now, wasn't the.
The day star?
Correct me if I'm wrong. The Daystar. It was. There were some. Was it tiefling? Tiefling.
Yeah.
Some tieflings kind of staying on watch with him. Correct? When he was spotted in town.
I mean, yeah, but I've never known any tieflings to have claws, like we said.
To be fair, they are demonic.
They might have just the connections that we would need though to said creatures.
And Beach is kind of just like looking down at Valtara that like looks up to the rest of you. I hate to be that person, but he might be onto something considering that tieflings are infernal, and we're not in any place that has infernal creatures. The only thing it's got are dwarves and gnomes and elves.
Yeah, it's fair enough, but I mean, are we gonna be able to get moving with Voltara the way she is right now?
Not at all. We're gonna have to keep her here.
Gotta love that demons come in all shapes and sizes.
I don't think we can wait around.
I don't blame you, because I don't know much about this thing, but the longer we wait this out, the longer they have a hold on her.
All right, well, you should stay here and keep your eye on Voltara.
Agreed. I'll do what I can.
Perhaps we should ask around, see if anyone's seen any demonic beings around here.
Let's start with Sigrun. He knows the people around here most.
All right. So, you pretty much tell the. What are you gonna do going downstairs? Because for all you guys know, the only people that know about this demon incursion is you guys, and I'm sure the innkeeper's gonna want to know why half one of his rooms is on fire.
What was the innkeep's name again?
Oh boy.
Ulfdar? No, that was the guy up top.
Hold on, I had it written down.
Man, keeping notes. I got a lot of them.
Yes, it's Ulfdar Flicker.
Okay, it was
Flicker
Ulfdar. Cool.
Yep.
Ralden's cousin.
Yeah, Ralden was the guy up top.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't have these written down in any particular order, just a bunch of proper nouns.
Hey, Ulfdar.
Ah, yes.
There's a bit of an issue upstairs. I think you had a bit of a break-in, and one of our people might be a little bit injured because of it. Might want to, I don't know, ward against demons?
It's very hot in that room, but there's no real fire.
It's cooling down. I have the window open. But,
Demons, you say?
yeah, there's
Singed claw marks.
infernal text.
Our friend is branded.
So we're going to go out and figure this shit out.
Might want to give your cousin a ring.
Just a touch. I feel like this. I don't know if this is all related to us or if this was just a coincidence, but either way, you should probably.
Aye, well, the only thing I got on hand right now is just a small little keepsake. My small little keepsake I was left behind with from all the paladins up top. He like holds up a small talisman and shows you guys it's an emblem of Ludarius.
Wow.
This is about as all I got right now, but I could surely give any of the clerics and paladins around a little bit of a holler, see if they could net this place off.
Probably be for the best.
Yep.
At the very least, sanctify that room up there. It's probably gonna need a little bit of work.
Aye, well. What are your friend, you said? What's wrong with her now?
I don't know. I mean, You saw her when she came in. She was already not feeling so hot, and now... Well, I guess that's a poor choice of words now.
She's feeling very hot now. Too hot, in fact. Kind of a burning brand tattoo message of cryptic words.
Your feline friend, she's a doctor, aye?
Yeah, she's upstairs looking after her right now.
All right, well, best she tends to that while I go and find the proper authorities.
Works
As for the
us.
rest of you, he looks out to the bar. Bar's closed! Leave!
Sorry!
Yep, pretty much everyone's just like, ah! All the dwarves are like throwing shit around, like, ah! Fuck this!
That's not fair.
I step aside to Devil Grin / Segrin.
You didn't happen to see anything, like...
I walk out of the bar with him and I point up to the claw marks on the roof across the alleyway from where we were at.
Okay.
Do you know anything that might do that down here?
Like, Segrin at this point looks up at the window.
Most we can tell is it's a demon.
I only ever heard stories about him. I never seen anyone actually become a demon.
I wouldn't know.
This is normally the stuff I would fake to people to try and, like, get them to escort them down here.
Squints his eyes a little.
Yeah, no, listen.
Insight on
Listen. Sometimes
fake
sometimes jobs don't happen all that often, and I have to kind of flavor some things to get people to want to get my services.
No, I get that. It's just very coincidental that the last thing you asked me is if you needed us to hire you again, and now we're talking about this.
Well,
Sorry,
no.
it's just very coincidental.
Oh no, it's very coincidental. I didn't expect something like this to happen. This almost looks like a... I don't know. I've never seen a demon before. The only thing I've ever seen close to anything is like a fire newt down below in the valley.
Well, either way, it's a demon.
Did you really want to roll insight?
No. He was like thinking about that, but just
Just very coincidental. I trust him, but should I? I don't know.
Well, at this, like, Devil Grin just looks to you, and like he just like looks left and right. He goes, "Well, I was just looking to get more jobs, maybe to escort someone back up to the surface, but hell, this, all in all, this seems way more fun than just doing a couple of escort missions. I'll tell you what, if you want to hire me on again, I guess I could, like, give you the better price of just maybe 100 gold instead of the 400 I was going to ask for."
I'll take that deal. You seem to know your way around here a lot better than we do, and if we're going to be walking into a trap, I'd at least like to know where we're going to get to it.
Well, if that's the case, where exactly did you guys need to go? I thought you said the last thing you had to do was Dimswell. Now with this
yeah.
happening, what's going on?
I'm pretty sure that they know where we're going. They seem to imply as such, so I think we continue the course.
yeah, it seems like they're the ones trying to get our attention. So keeping our current course is probably the way to go.
Not to mention, I think that the further we go, the closer we get to what we're looking for, the closer we get to, well, getting back to the things we need to do.
But correct me if I'm wrong, though. You can't really kill a demon. At least that's what all the clerics keep saying. You can only just push them back.
Maybe I'll be the first. Shrug.
Well, so long as they go away in some kind of fashion, I guess I'm still in for the price.
Yeah, works out.
All right, so who's gonna pay Devil Grin the $100?
I have 100 gold. I'll toss it his way.
Yep. He just like looks to you. Hey man, listen. I know this seems a little, shady, but at the same time, I gotta make ends meet at some point.
No,
And-
I get it. And if we come across a demon and you happen to jump to their side, I'll be like, "Ah, you dick."
I'll be much more upset. I'll let you know.
Agreed. I'll be pretty upset if one of you ends up in cahoots with the demon as well.
Fair enough.
Cromwell kind of gets alert. I hadn't considered that.
Fair enough. If any of us jumps to the side of the demon, they are considered a dick. Now and forever.
Verily.
So, do I have permission to kill on sight if someone does betray any of us?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
He like looks at his blade. Excellent.
All right.
And with that, you guys, at this point, pretty much all the available paladins, city guard, and clerics that are nearby just like are ushered in to take care of this place. This place is fucking quarantined off at this point. However, Ulfdar's just like, well, if you're gonna take care of the problem, you best leave now unless you want to end up getting a million questions.
That's the plan.
Hey!
All right, so with that, you guys take out towards the southern end of the city. Maybe about a half hour's little bit of travel until finally you reach the gate, and you are now the other side of the grand staircase that leads downwards.
All right.
You could stick to the road, or you could head over towards the side of the wall. If you want to, who feels confident in their perception checks?
Yeah.
Probably me. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, give it a shot. My rolls have been iffy tonight.
That's a 14.
Okay, so with a 14, you're able to see that there, like, you look over to the left, and you can see the giant, like, vat of lava that's sitting at the bottom of the entire staircase. So there's the lava, the staircase goes down, loops around. There looks like there's a city sitting on top of the lava, and then another city that looks like it's hanging just above the lava, but it looks dilapidated. And it looks like it's built inside the side of the mountain that's not part of the staircase. To the right of you is more of that swamp-like area that had the tar pits that you were found lost in before.
Okay.
So-
Seems fairly familiar.
So you could either take the road, or you could take the tar pits.
The road sounds nice. I mean, I trust myself not to get caught in the swamp too much, but I don't really want anybody else to get stuck in it.
Well, Devilgrin
Cromwell's
taking...
just looking at the
Devilgrin...
tar pits just very curiously, but not touching them. Just,
Devilgrin... Oh, you're gonna touch it?
he's looking at it, but not touching it. Just kind of doing the
You put your hand over the tar pit, and you, like, one of the bubbles, like, burst open, and you feel an intense heat.
Yeah, before you get too close to it, Wake holds up his leg that got dipped in it and shows you like the searing scar that's going down the calf.
Oh,
Yeah,
that doesn't seem pleasant.
No, it wasn't.
Yep, this is the reason why there's no mushroom area around here. And if the Sovereign's eye is anything to be believed, the only reason you're able to see any of the other mushrooms growing down there is because they're in the loop of the staircase that it's just over the city.
Okay.
Fuck, what was I gonna say before?
Tar pit street.
Wakevote Street.
Yeah. Well, no, Devilgrim was gonna tell you, well, we're gonna have to go off the road eventually once we hit the forest.
Well, until then, I guess we should probably stick to the street. Just, better than walking through tar.
Okay.
I can agree. This seems dangerous.
All right.
I mean, that's kind of the purpose of a street, right?
So you guys will go ahead and head down the road. By the way, the road is like 2 carriage lengths wide. That's how this pretty much works. It's just a giant... It's like
Two-lane road.
Yeah, 2-way road. The cliffside kind of just like loops around the entire ridge of the pit that leads into the lava. You can see the tree line inside of all the mushrooms, but it's gonna be a little bit of a real leg of a trip. You're probably looking at like a half day to maybe most of the day's travel to at least reach the forest. But on the road, it'll be a little bit swifter. You'll maybe like if you were to take the tar pit, you'll probably like get lost in there a little bit, but no one will see you on the road. As you like go down the road, you have a couple of folks who like are traveling to and from that infernal city down at the bottom, heading up to Colas at this point. There are folks actually like using these weird spaghetti-like monsters, kind of like the one you saw at the house. They're using them as cattle to push the cart.
Curious creatures. Are they native to these parts?
Oh, those are flumps. Devilgrin says to you in like casual response.
Yeah, their blood is apparently very acidic and good for cleaning.
Oh.
Well, if you know how to alchemicize it anyway.
I do not.
Apparently the people at that farm did.
Well,
Yeah.
they are intelligent creatures, so I assume that the people who are riding those have some kind of pact with them. They're pretty calm creatures. They're very well aligned with a lot of the clerics are very fond of them. They kind of have them around being as librarians or just like assistants to them.
You said these people are on the road with us, or the?
It's someone coming up the road going back to Colas at this point, so they're
Okay.
going past you. It's a drow and a swivelblin on a carriage with a whole bunch of crates, and then like they have 2 of these things floating forward, pushing the cart.
I kind of give a little wave as we'd be passing them by. Just
You
kinda
hear
like
in your head,
the-
"Hello!"
Why, hello there. We were just traveling this way. Is Dimswell in this direction?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, you guys don't hear anything. You just like sneezed on the side of the cart as it's going by. The two folks in the carriage don't pay attention, and you only heard that voice in your head.
Hello? Did I?
Yeah,
Kinda
hi.
Who are you Like Double Grin turns to you. Who are you speaking to? Oh, he like snaps his fingers and points at you. Okay.
They responded to me initially.
Ah, yes, the flumps are telepathic.
Oh, well, it said hello to me, and I just asked a question, and it never responded. That's rude.
I believe the carriage drivers might have thought you were trying to speak to them. And it looks like they're probably busy and on their way.
Well, oh well.
And by the way, Devil Grin's still in Segrin form at this point, because you're on the road.
Was just going to see if there was any trouble on the road, but I guess if they're still moving, couldn't be anything too terrible behind
Oh,
them.
well, there's probably going to be trouble. Segrin kind of like takes his sword and like points up to the ceiling. See those pointy rocks up there? I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Yes, 22. 10.
21.
You see, it's just a layer of rocks up on the top.
Uh-huh. Yep. I see all of them.
Yep. Well, if you want to do this, Devil Grin kind of like hands a rock to either Wake or to Chromagil.
He hands it off to Wake. You have the better
Try
dexterity
to aim
than
for
me.
that one right there, and since you rolled high enough, you could roll it without disadvantage. Roll an athletics check.
Chapow!
Oh, damn. Athletics check. That is a 23.
23. You watch as the rock disappears into the darkness. You hear a click, clack.
Got it!
An eye forms in the center of the stalagmite.
I am so sorry.
And then you watch as like little tendrils kind of like wiggle out from the other side, and it flops on the floor.
Oh, that's gross. Pulls out spear.
Devil Grin kind of just like holds his hand out to you. No. Let
This
it,
one's
let it.
mine.
Just watch, and like the creature's like flopping around. He tells you not to go near it, as it then like kind of like picks up the inner part of its body and like wiggles off like a worm into the tar pits.
Oh, it's like the thing.
Piercers,
Put my trident back.
ambush predators.
Are those things just going to dive at us from the ceiling?
If you're not careful, yes.
Huh.
So should I just keep throwing rocks?
No. As long as we stay on the road, it should be fine. What the one he made you point at was closer to the bog.
Okay. And I shouldn't kill them.
There's no point. They're kind of like a dime a dozen, and considering our strength, it would be almost a sheer waste of time.
Fair enough. Just seems very dangerous for anybody else traveling this way. But
Oh, of course it is. Why do you think a lot of the folks on the carriage were wearing tin hats?
and this is why you have a job, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why we aren't killing them.
With that, he continues to take you on down the staircase, and this is where we'll take a break.
All right. Works for me. We'll be right back after this. Ahoy, Wonders. Welcome back to the table. We're back. Woo!
Diamonds! Sorry.
We have returned.
All right, gentlemen. So, the next couple of hours been a little uneventful. A couple of passerbys come back and forth. A few folks on carriage back. Once again, using those weird spaghetti monster-like creatures known as flumps to get them back and forth. You do see the occasional like mushroom pop up now and again on the side of the road, but it's not like this isn't like the forest. It's like, okay, well, obviously we're starting to near where the sovereign site is entering.
Yeah.
However, it is getting warmer as you're continuing down the staircase because you are technically heading deeper towards the lava.
Oof, getting kind of Voltara in here.
Oh, I get that.
Devil Grin turns to the lot of you and just goes, wait, what's wrong? Oh, that's right. We're heading... You guys didn't purchase any fire protection, did you?
Nope.
That was kind of something we warned you about up on the surface.
It was a little, but you know, I'm a fish. I probably should have.
Well, Luckily for you, we're not actually going to be heading to the next city. We're just going to be making a small pit stop into the woods after this.
That's nice.
But, we could slow down a little bit if you need to. You all look a little, sweltering. Especially you, big guy. He looks to you. You've been bleeding ichor for the past couple of hours.
I'm sure it's fine.
Into your eye holes.
I'll feel that in a bit.
Well,
Imagine it being
now
like
your fingers are stuck together with this weird porous like goo.
I imagine it being this like rainbow dye coming down your face.
Pretty much, it's like what happens when you mix water into like the spin art.
Ah.
My makeup is rubbing.
Your mascara.
Yeah, Krobagil with mascara. I like it.
Well, thank God I'm right-handed.
Okay. Morgan, I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
Okay. Which of these 4 little fuckers are gonna behave? Let's go with you. Wisdom?
Yep.
Oh, hey. 19, 23.
23. You hear whispers off in the distance, like heading off the side of the road. You kind of turn around and look at Wake, thinking that it was him speaking to you, but he's not paying attention to you, and he's like 3 steps ahead of you.
I'm just munching on an Underdark potato.
The voices weren't like malicious or anything. It almost sounded like someone was like talking out almost naval speak, but why would someone be talking about naval speak in the Underdark? You're hearing like jargon like sailors would when they're like on duty on the top of a deck.
Huh.
Hold up.
Everyone stops and looks towards you.
What, you want one?
Maybe later.
Okay.
Anyone else hear that?
Everyone roll a perception with disadvantage. Roll for Devil Grin as well. Nat 1, never mind.
10.
16.
You guys hear nothing.
Could have sworn I heard someone speaking naval jargon. We're nowhere near a body of water.
Devil Grin kind of like looks at you. Well, that's technically not true. If we're gonna be going to Dimswell, it's gonna be the only stop that's attached to the water to the surface before we head even deeper into the earth.
That's true.
I'm not hearing anything.
Though that is kind of strange. I don't know much about naval talk. I know there are boats and ships and whatnot, but I've never been on one. So I kind of unfortunately don't know what that is.
You've never been on a ship?
No, never in my life.
This world is like 90% water.
That's amazing.
And I lived here most of my life.
Ah.
I mean, to be fair, I've only recently started going on ships, but it's definitely something you should try.
I'll make a note of that, but
Highly recommended for anyone over the age of at least 200.
you must be this old to ride.
Before that might be a little intense.
So just to kind
It
of
is a little
tie up
intense.
the situation, Morgan just gestures to the general direction he's hearing the whisper to everyone.
You look towards the direction where you're hearing the voices come from. It's going like you're probably like an hour or two's walk away from the forest of mushrooms, and the direction you're looking into is directly into the forest.
Well, I guess whatever it is, we'll find it when we get there, huh?
Maybe the Sovereign will know.
I suppose so.
I mean, you could look back at the distance and you can see a little bit of a faint glow up in the ceiling.
Just kind of leaning over.
The Sovereign's not paying you any heed. He's just there.
Yeah.
And it's fucking unsettling that this giant creature is just there.
Not for me. I would assume this is what I'm used to. I'm used to
No,
being that Sovereign.
You're used to being the Sovereign. You know the basic idea of what it's like to do this, but not at the scale this dude is.
How does it feel to be at the bottom of the totem pole?
Not good, Morgan. Perhaps not entirely bad, but I would not describe it as good.
Fair enough.
You've been noticing, like you've been facing Devil Grin this whole time. You've been noticing Devil Grin, like, in his drow form is, like, weirdly just, like, licking the top of his lip. Like, At first you thought it was just like some weird little tick, but now it's becoming more and more common as you continue down the staircase.
So I don't mean to pry or anything, but the thing you're doing with your lip there, it
Oh, well, you know what I truly am, yes?
yeah, does that have something to do with your scar or?
No, of course not. Perception. You know of, what are those things called? Dragonborn or kobolds or whatnot? The things that are more reptilian up on the surface?
Yeah.
Perception's 18.
We use our scent via our tongues.
Ah, yeah, that makes a bit more sense. I knew
Yeah,
a snake person.
I'll be real with you. I've been kind of like trying to find our location based on scent this entire time. Since I normally don't go to the surface all that often, and I have a scent for the weird salt-like aftertaste, I've kind of been following that because I know at least that's where the ocean would be.
Makes sense. Fair enough.
Yeah, but most people, when I tell them that when they're in the Underdark, they kind of look at me like that's a little bit of a weird, if not poor way to travel towards a body of water.
I wouldn't really know. It's home to me.
Well, hopefully you'll get a little bit of a taste of home and you'll probably not have to plunge any further down this depth.
That'd be nice.
All right, so at another hour or so passes by until Devilgrin kind of like stops. You're now entering the entire like side of you is completely filled with mushroom trees. Devilgrin kind of like puts his face up to the ceiling. You watch him lick his lip one last time, and he looks over to the side. By the way, you do say that when Segrin kind of like has that little that disguise of his. The entire side of, like, his cheek is completely opened up like there's a giant scar, like someone took a knife there.
Ah.
So,
okay.
there are some things that can't transform over with his other form.
Okay.
So, that's basically how he kept that personification, because he can't really change that. He looks over to the side, he kind of, like, looks up, you watch his tongue kind of, like, flap up against the top of his lip. This is where it's most strongest. We should probably enter through here.
All right. Let's head on in. Hopefully the
Roll
Sovereign
dexterity
doesn't
saving
mind.
throw.
Ah, fuck!
Dexterity saving throw is a modified 20.
Ah, missed me, bitch! Kick. That's right. Fuck off. After you.
Yep.
Just pats his big mushroom cap, thinking like, I'm just a giant target to these things.
Kind of are. Like, you kind of see the size of this thing. It's almost like the same width as Morgan.
And there's a big creature to just drop on you. I'll have to be extra alert.
Yeah, well, the further we head over towards the wall and near Dimswell, the more these things are going to pop up.
Chromago, can you look up?
Acrobatics check.
Just has to like limbo back.
Just he bends
Straight
backwards at
acrobatics?
the knees.
Yep. What?
14.
He pretty much just fucking arches his entire back backwards like a U.
He's a slinky.
Yeah, he like slinkies his upper
It's
torso.
pretty easy when you don't have a spine.
I guess. I didn't really consider that.
All right, so you guys enter in. Devilgrin, do you allow Devilgrin to take the lead on this?
He seems to know where we're going better than I do.
All right, I'm gonna have to roll for him. Oh, what a poor roll. So,
We are paying him for this.
well, remember he told you how he's tracking the ocean at this point, and you're enter into the forest. Maybe like 15 minutes pass by, and you're away from the road. Devilgrin kind of like turns to you and just says, "Hey, wait one moment," and he stands. He goes behind a mushroom, and you feel like you see like this weird, almost like light emanate from where he was standing, and he comes back out as Devilgrin.
Oh, hey, Devilgrin, where's Sagrin?
That one never gets old.
Couldn't possibly.
Cute joke, but you know what? No, it's fine. I'm sure I'll find it. We only just entered the forest. We should be okay. He like looks up to the caps. You watch his tongue flick out. I believe it's this way, and he keeps going forward.
He
thought he was tasting the salty sea air, but it
An
was
hour
really
goes
our
by.
Sweat.
Everyone else roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh.
17.
13.
That is a 3.
All right. Well, everyone else has kind of been following him at the same time, like just watching the roots, making sure they're not stepping on anything. Sometimes the trees give off spores when you walk past them. Some of them, like little pods on the floor, actually explode and expel some, but they don't seem like to go anywhere higher up to your waist. But at the same time, you're keeping your distance and staying away from it.
I've seen
Chromagill,
Alien Covenant.
Chromagill, you pass by the same little patch of black and white mushrooms like 10 minutes ago.
Devilgrin, are we going in a circle?
No, of course not. I'm smelling the sea air. It should be this way.
But I... Kind of leans down. Did we... Leaves a druidic message just saying, Chromagill, you've been here before.
Okay.
Just leaves that there.
Wake pulls out his compass. Is it,
Yeah, that seems right.
It is spinning chaotically.
It just takes off.
Yeah, you just watch as the arrow on the compass just flies off into the air.
Wait, I need that.
No, it comes back down like one of those things you shoot and then it flies into the air and spins back down.
click?
All right. Smell it is.
So you leave a message. He's gonna try again. Man, not really good rolls here. So everyone once again walks for another like 15-20 minutes. Devilgrin kind of like stops and looks down. You entered from last time you came and saw that patch of mushrooms. You were walking in from the left. Now you're walking in from the right.
But
and
is the
Devilgrin
message
actually
there.
Yeah, and Devilgrin stops and looks down and he goes, "Oh shit."
See, I thought that looked familiar.
Now we've just actively turned all the way around.
What a fraud.
Devilgrin turns and looks at you.
Sorry. Hey, Chromagill, I know, things are a little tense, but would you be able to communicate with the Sovereign from here? Like, maybe he knows what's going on.
Okay, how are you gonna get the attention of a giant 20-foot tall being that has about maybe another 100 or so miles of height above you?
I'm just assuming that there's some sort of network. I don't really know.
Unless you could roleplay me an idea.
I was gonna say, I kind of just do a big sneeze of rapport spores to just anything within a 30-foot radius as its natural distance, and then just could anyone direct me to the Sovereign just to get a direct line to him, just to
Roll a
ask
dex save.
something?
Roll a what save?
Dex.
Oh, I thought you said death. I'm like, what?
I am the Sovereign, and your soul is. Dex save would be a 19.
I kicked that one.
I don't think they're going to have an interconnected way for me to speak to them, but I probably could talk to any mushroom we want to talk to within the next 30 feet.
Morgan, roll a wisdom save.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Don't worry, I won't strike a torch this time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's good.
Natural wonders!
It was gonna be a 19, goddammit.
Not with that attitude.
Morgan, you're hearing voices again. It's not coming from any of the normal voices you usually have in your head.
Uh-oh.
Again, naval jargon, but now it's layered upon layered upon layered upon layered upon layered upon layered of voices. And you don't know which direction it's coming from, but only you can hear this.
Oh, just blood.
All right, Morgan's freaking out.
That's just Morgan things.
I mean, there's a lot of weird Morgan things. You okay, Morgan? Morgan?
They just layer.
Hoist the mizzen mast.
Morgan, Starbirds.
Just curls up in a ball, just... I need a minute.
Unfortunately for that nat 1, I'm going to roll severity.
I know. That's why I'm just gonna slide down.
All right, well, I rolled a 40. That's below half.
Okay.
You start getting that, like, what's that thing called when you hear the ringing in your ear? Tinnitus? Or
Tinnitus.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get tinnitus at this point. You can't hear anything. You just hear a peep.
Mop.
You take 3 points of psychic damage.
Hi, Morgan. Don't worry. I speak directly to your brain, so even the ringing in your ears couldn't protect you from this. Just wanted to let you know we're not sure what's happening.
Well, Devilgrin kind of like turns and looks over to Morgan. Well, with him feeling this way, maybe it would behoove us to take a small break and then we can move on from here.
Makes sense. Let's just leave him in this area that's burning his brain.
Like Morgan like waves his Devilgrin waves his hand in front of you. Like, are you able to comprehend this? Oh, his hearing is gone.
Morgan, we're thinking of taking a rest. It seems like things are getting difficult for you.
Roll another wisdom save.
Oh, shit. No, you've been bad. Fuck you.
I don't trust this D20.
Natural 20.
There you go.
Hey,
All the
normally means caution, but today orange means safe.
hearing Chromagill's voice, you kind of like focus in on it, laser focus in. All the voices start going away, and then there's just Chromagill's.
Hi!
Hello, Chromagill.
Allow me to soothe you with my voice.
Yes, of course, soothing.
Okay, well, at this point, you guys have been traveling for at least a good half, like maybe 6 hours, 7 hours. So, after a while, even Devilgrin's like, yeah, maybe we should just like take a rest for a little bit.
Bit of a ripe mushroom.
So, the only problem is that Devilgrin turns to you and just goes, so, anyone have any food?
I do.
Chromagill just digs his feet
Yeah, like,
into
fucking,
the
like,
nutrient-rich.
Devilgrin kind of just like reaches into his pocket and just like shows that like all he has is his coin pouch.
Well, I pull out a 4-pound bag of Underdark potatoes, and I start slicing up some aboleth sashimi. It tasted really good last time.
Survival check.
All right.
I'll take the potatoes.
Can I do a survival check to maybe find like some
forage?
nutrient-rich soil to
Yes,
just
you
kinda
can.
dig myself in?
Survival check. That is a yeah, it's a 6. 25.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh wait a minute, that's the bad
Cut
part.
around the gland.
Cut around the gland. Yes.
That one causes psychosis.
I got a modified 20 on my.
This
survival.
entire Earth you're standing on, just it feels like you're standing on what could equate to like honey.
Okay.
The soil in here is so nutrient, like it's no wonder why there's so many different types of mushrooms growing here and why they get so huge.
I've found the food I'll need, and just kind of falls over into the ground. Just
Family Guy falls.
hear his body absorbing.
I toss Morgan a potato.
They're softer than they seem.
Fresh potatoes.
Don't even need to cook them.
Oh. All right.
Wake offers Devilgrin some sashimi.
Okay, so mark off 4 bits of rations out of you. Oh, wait, 3, actually. I'm sorry.
Sure thing.
All right, as you all enjoy a little bit of rest after traveling so long, Morgan, once again, give me a dex save. I'm sorry, a wisdom save.
Okay.
The aboleth tastes like screams.
15 this time.
All right. No, you bleeding idiot. That's where the X should go. Oh, I'm sorry. I know Captain said he wanted it close to home. Not close to that home, you idiot! You look off to your left. Those voices are clearly walking off in that direction.
I think we're not alone.
No, I know. It's like all of these mushrooms.
No. Like, I heard an argument that way.
None of you heard anything.
You didn't even have the sashimi. I don't know why you're hearing the...
Is there... Like, Devil Grin turns to you. I know we've only been traveling for a short while, but... You're kind of an odd... Oh, what's that word the surface dwellers? Duck, yes. You're an odd duck, Morgan. Where are these voices coming from, and are they actual, factual creatures?
Well, they were coming from that way. They were arguing about... I guess they were carrying something or something about eggs. About a home. X. An X and home.
Like a buried treasure?
Well, with all the naval talk, I wouldn't be surprised.
Chromagill, give me a survival check.
16.
Based on the location that Morgan is talking about, it is not a location that you guys have been turned around in, and it's the only place where you haven't actually walked based on your druidic message.
Well, sounds like a good a lead as any.
It does seem like a direction we could at least try. It's not one we've bothered with yet.
Let me see if Devil Grin can get something here with a perception check as he lifts his... Holy shit, yeah. He lifts his snout into the air, laps in the air on his tongue. Now that you mention it, the salt-like taste is stronger going that way.
All right. Morgan, follow your ears. Show us where these guys are heading.
All right.
Okay, so what's the order?
Like,
What's the line order?
The line order, obviously, I'm taking the lead.
Wake will follow behind him.
Okay.
So probably me, you, Devil Grin, Chromagill.
I'll pull up the rear.
Makes
give us
sense.
A strong back.
He's a good
Okay.
vanguard.
All right, let me roll something. All right, Wake, dexterity save.
Always fucking...
I rolled a 2, man.
Hey, don't worry. At least I'm the good one. Like, dexterity saves is what I do, and in this case, that's no difference. I'm 26.
Motherfuck!
Kick it again. I'm so fucking tired of those. I swear to God.
Devil Grin kind of just like pats you on the shoulder with the tip of his sword and looks up. There's like 7 of them ringed around a mushroom that you're walking towards.
I am going to throw shit at them. Are
What
there,
kind of shit?
are there rocks nearby?
Roll a survival check, and I will tell you what's nearby.
Natural wonders.
All right.
So, I'm guessing I'm near the most barren patch of forest I've ever seen.
You look around you. You find the richest element ever to be found in the entire planet. Dirt.
Wow, there's so much of it. All right.
It was only a myth until this day.
I'm just going to take a dagger and see if I can just, show them like, hey, fuck up. Actually, no, fuck that. I'm going to burn some key. I'm just, okay. How big of an area would you say they're in?
Roll me a perception check.
That's an 18.
18? You're looking at a 15 by 15 sized mushroom that you're heading towards. That's how big the rim is.
Okay, so they're in a 15-foot radius.
Yep.
Damn. Wait, 15 by 15.
Like, they're on the rim of the 15, and there's the center point in the middle.
Gotcha.
Because that's where the stem of the mushroom is.
Well, shatter won't work then. All right, I'm just gonna throw a couple of daggers at some of them that are surrounding the thing, just to show them who's boss.
If you knock away possibly the first 3, you can make a path. Like, with enough time, you could probably make some haste through it before the other ones just start trying to, like, crawl their way to ambush on you. So go ahead and roll me a acrobatics or dexterity throw of your choosing.
I'm just gonna huck my daggers. All right, well, the first one's a nat 20, so that's gonna hit that one. Holy fuck, that's 2 nat 20s in a row. Yeah, those fuckers, those 2 are either dead or horrifically injured from... I may as well roll the damage.
No, you don't really have to, because just roll me the other thing.
Okay, what was the last one you wanted? You wanted me to
Another
throw 3?
dex or athletics.
Okay, third dagger. Jesus, that's an 18 on the die. Man.
So you think all 3 are gonna fall? The entire squad of them fall.
Oh,
Got him.
good shot.
And with that, you decide it might be the best to just kind of walk around them.
I'm gonna go grab my daggers from them and just maintain eye contact.
Are you actually going to attempt to get at them? Their daggers are your daggers, but those hits, they're kind of embedded in the eye socket of the creature. Going near them would surely anger the lot of the other ones that weren't hit.
Are they now in a 10-foot radius of each other now that they have fallen?
They're all wiggling about, but they're all kind of in the same location. So 15 by 15.
Damn. All right, well, the way Devilgrin put it is these things are so inconsequential that if I'm to be attacked by them, it wouldn't matter too much.
Okay.
And I think the price of those silver daggers are more important to me than a couple of hit points, but how many of them are there?
7.
Did the
You
3
hit
I
3.
Okay, the 3 I hit, are they dead?
No.
What if I were
They
to
are giant stone They are medium-sized stone creatures that fall from great heights to land on people. They must be hardy.
Hardy, yeah. I did roll crits on them though, and I did not roll the damage of those crits.
I will say this though, with a damage crit, that will not kill them.
Okay. So they aren't that weak.
No. You guys are level 8.
7.
7, sorry.
Getting ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, right. I apologize.
No worries.
I want those daggers back.
I mean, do you want to try and stealth in and sleight of hand them? That's an option.
Yes. Worst case scenario, we end up where I was going anyway.
I'm going to see if I can pick up what Wake's doing.
Stealth, modified 20.
Insight, Chromagil.
Insight, 11.
11. Why is Morgan walking over to the giant stone wiggly things?
You Wake?
I mean, Wake, yeah.
There's a cloud where Wake once was. I got a modified 20 in my stealth.
Yep. So, you kind of just like... So, you watch as all the things are, like, wiggling there. And then, like, you guys watch as, like, from behind the stem, just, like, Wake's head kind of just, like, peeks out from the side.
Easy.
Sleight of hand. And if you want to get all 3 daggers, it's going to require 3.
All right, first sleight of hand is a 22.
The creature is wiggling around so hard that it doesn't take notice to you, so you take the first dagger out.
Second sleight of hand is a 17.
Second dagger's in.
And the final dagger is a 6.
Where could all go wrong?
Oh, fuck.
It bites your hand.
You son of a bitch! Punch!
Roll the hit.
Natural 20!
Hey!
All right, roll the damage.
You bitch! That is 7 plus dexterity modifier.
When this thing bites your hand, you feel your entire arm's weight shift to the floor.
11 points of damage that's considered magical for the sake of reducing the damage of this fucking rock.
So 22 damage. Yeah, you pretty much just like take this thing's mouth, rip it open, and shred it in half.
Fuck you! I'm taking it.
All the other ones are now wiggling towards you.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna go.
Roll a dexterity save as one of them tries to jump at you.
I'm going to burn one of my ring of evasions because
Okay.
I just got. Well, okay, I should say this because that thing goes on a failure no matter what. 16, does that make it?
Unfortunately, no. I rolled a 19.
Okay, well then that is a burned use of ring of evasion as I.
As the thing leaps up and you feel something touch the top of your head, and then it digs in and you feel your weight shift and you fall forward.
But I dodge it because of ring of evasion.
Right. I wasn't finished.
Oh, gotcha. Doing.
So, just as your chin's about to hit the floor, you proc your ring, and you feel your entire jawline just shift to the side, almost like your entire body arcs like a snake. And this thing is not able to keep up with what's going on, that it stays stationary as your head moves out from the point. And it hits the floor. And you get out of there. And you reconvene with everyone else.
Oh,
Suckers!
there you are.
I got my knives.
Oh,
Back in the bandolier.
All right, Morgan, you keep going forward. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me another. You know what? Yeah, roll me a perception check since you're kind of now you know these things are real. You have a lead on them.
15.
All right. Okay. You are hearing the voices way more clearly now, but it seems like the message is repeating on itself. Like it's just these two individuals constantly talking about where the X should go and how close to home it technically is. Until finally you start entering into a clearing where there's a little bit of a bog.
Okay.
And off to the side, there what looks like there to be a small campsite. It hasn't been used. It's fucking derelict. It's to shambles, but it looks like a tent used to be there. There's a campfire that looks like it hasn't been used in years, and there are 2 barrels that are busted in by something from the outside.
I believe we reached our destination.
Wade's gonna look around to see if there's been any disturbed dirt, like things that might have been dug up or buried. I don't know how long ago.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
That's a 3. So
Ooh.
Yeah, there's lots of dirt here.
Yeah, the dirt's kind of like all really soft, and like heading over towards where the bog is, the dirt is actually starting to like slide into it, almost like it's making quicksand.
All right, don't step there.
Chromagil is gonna see if he can find any sort of like signs of life. Did someone drop something? Is there any sort of like?
I will. Okay, so go ahead and what do you want to do? Investigation.
Yeah, I was thinking
Go
investigation.
for it.
Not great. 9.
9. You start heading over towards the campsite. Age has not been kind here. A lot of mushrooms are growing off the wood and the compost of where the campfire used to be. Based on the mushroom's rate of growth, no creature has actually been in this vicinity for at least over 50 years.
I don't think very many creatures have passed through this way. By my calculation, it's been at least decades since something came through here.
Guess Dimswell isn't a very popular town.
That's impossible. All the Malu are very active. I know they don't travel out into the woods, but I don't understand why they would just leave this material here. It can't possibly be the Malu. They sleep in small caverns in the water.
Well, this seems like a good place as any to rest up while we try to figure out what exactly is here.
All right. You got anything you want to do?
I actually want to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
In the vicinity.
Roll it.
yeah, while he's rolling that, by my calculation, we've been traveling for like 3/4 of a day right now.
That
Yep.
is an 18.
An 18. This place reeks of necromancy.
Oh, that's a familiar feeling.
It's coming from the bog.
Folks, there's necromancy afoot.
So we shouldn't camp here.
No.
You hear the voices clear as day in your head. I told you it was over here! You said that like 2 hours ago. That was like 2 days ago. What time is it? This blasted cavern.
Oh.
It is in this entire vicinity.
Okay, so that worked out. I want to do a perception check to try and kind of
Guide yourself
guide
towards where
yourself
it's going.
with the voices and what they've been saying.
Go for it.
That is a 16.
16. Morgan just starts aimlessly walking towards the southern end of the bog from where you guys came in. He looks over to his left. He's kind of just like rubbing the side of his ear, trying to make sure that everything's like actually going on, like proper.
So is that like dangerous necromancy or what? What do you said, Morgan? Kind of
You hear a crunch as you start walking in that direction. Like under your feet, you're hearing crunching.
I'm gonna follow him.
All right, makes sense for me.
I'm gonna look down.
Well, it's dirt.
Crunchy dirt.
Everything else has been soft. Like, it's made no audible noise until you stepped over there.
I think I found something.
Would this be investigation or?
Indeed.
Okay.
With what tool, though? You're just using your hands right now. If you
I do have a burglar's pack,
Indeed. So you do have a shovel.
and let's see, that's a 10, so average.
Average? That's fine. You start digging. You hoist up a human skull with a faded out bandana pops out of the floor.
Treasure.
Yeah, good find. It's gothic.
Devil Grin kind of just like lurches over and looks around you guys. What in the hell's is that?
Looks
Some
like
kind of drow or elf?
Medicine check or survival, which would it be?
Medicine check to determine what the make of this bone is.
19.
Human.
That's a human.
I was gonna do a history check. 10. Do I recognize the bandana?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Devil Grin looks to you. What the fuck is a human?
You've been to the surface.
There are no humans here. Oh, that's what you are. I thought you were some really skinny, like, weird, malformed elf.
I thought elves were skinnier. No offense, Morgan.
It's the breastplate.
I apologize. Like, here's the thing, is that I've never traveled outside of the mountain, so the most I've ever seen are swivel-blind dwarves and elves. I've never seen what a human looks like.
Yeah, I've met plenty, but the only human I ever traveled with was also a shark, so.
The voice now is coming clearly from the skull. No, it's supposed to go there!
Okay.
Unless you count Red, but she was.
I'm about to have a fucking Hamlet moment. I grab the skull and use lingua mortis.
Two ghosts appear in front of you. There are two humans dressed up in a very shabby vest, though they are wearing the same colors. It's this weird, almost faded out purple that turns into a small buckle, almost like a suspender, and they're wearing very large, poofy parachute pants. One of them is wearing a bandana, which is like on the skull, and the other one has a very scraggly beard and has an eye patch over one side of his eye, and he has a gold tooth as he's talking. Both of them are arguing as one of them is holding a treasure chest, and the other one has a shovel and what looks like a portable hole. They do not notice you. They're just arguing amongst themselves right now.
I'm just gonna hang back and watch this for a second. I want to see where this goes.
The fellow with the treasure chest is the one with the golden tooth. He is holding up the chest and just walking in directions that the other one is telling him to go. But every single time as he's about to put the chest down, it's like his own personal little fucking purgatory, because every time he's about to let go of the chest, the other guy is so indecisive, he tells him to go somewhere else to put the chest down.
Real Abbott and Costello, these two.
Are we seeing this or just him?
Nope, just Morgan.
Yeah.
But for you guys at this point, you're feeling this weird cold wash over you.
I mean, it's nice after the heat, but. If I were capable of goosebumps, I think I'd have them.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. Ahoy, lads!
They stop and turn and look towards you.
Hi.
Talking to us, Morgan?
Yeah, hi, Morgan.
Bless you, Tyler.
See, he keeps
Rivet?
hearing things. I don't get it.
Rivet? Yeah, Frog? There's another person looking at us. What does the code say about this? I don't know. I didn't think we'd get this far in the Jolly Sharks. What do you mean you didn't think we'd get this far?
So, Morgan,
History
are you gonna
check.
do something with that skull?
Just kind of holding it and looking off into the distance. I'm concerned.
That's a 14.
Looks off in the direction he's looking. Oh,
They're pirates from the north. These
nothing.
pirates are the Jolly Sharks, as they've mentioned, are known for sneaking more than they are actually confronting people. If you hire them to do a job to steal something and hide it, these are the people you call.
these are your stealth pirates.
Okay. Well, with that portable hole, it makes sense. Sorry.
They
Little
both
housekeeping.
they both kind of like look to each other, and they kind of reach for their weapons, and they point it out to you. They don't do anything. These guys look wispy as all fuck. You, just by looking at these guys, roll me an insight with advantage.
Did you know him longer than me? Does he love skulls? Is that a thing?
I feel like
22?
I met him very shortly before you.
You feel like if you coughed on these guys, they would fall over dead. They are this pathetic.
Oh, put those down. What's the word?
What? The potatoes?
As the two ghosts are talking, you guys feel that same cold wash over you.
I don't know if I like it
I
here.
guess I'll just put him back in the bag. At the
I
very
guess
least.
we're found out. Well, hold on. We don't know what colors he flies. I mean, look at him. He clearly looks like someone who, Are you a merc or are you a cop?
I'd say I'm more of a mercenary.
Persuasion.
Don't recall. I guess technically he was hired for this.
That's a
Are
16.
there weird skulls around here that like?
The moment you
things
say
to
that
people.
and they kind of like look towards each other. All right, lads, at ease. Every single one of you watch as like ethereal, wispy humanoid figures walk out of the woods and surround you.
Morgan, this you're doing?
And from standing right in front of you guys with their backs to you are the two people he's been talking to.
Ah!
They are way more like put together humanoid wise. Everyone else looks more like an ethereal ghost, as these guys just look like transparent humanoids.
Hello?
Hello. One of the pirates off in the corner who's a goblin. Hello.
Oh, hi.
I warn you, I can punch ghosts. I don't know how, but I can.
I haven't really tried, but I might.
All right then. So, are you maybe our contact then? Or are you in league with those red ones going through?
Funny you should mention that. We are looking for the red ones.
We can hear them now too, right?
Yes. These guys are completely visible and audible.
Yeah, they.
We received an invitation from them. We're supposed to rendezvous with them.
It was very cryptic. I don't think they like us.
They burned one of our friends.
Ah, okay, that makes way more sense, Frog, because, you know, it's them demon folk from the north, yeah. Oh, yeah, from Gast Isle.
That adds up.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, Morgan's twitching.
Never been. Doesn't sound like a nice place.
No, it is not Wake.
Okay.
Can't
Just
think of very many
concurring.
things that are good that start with Gast.
All right, then, so now that you're here and you know us, let's see here, let me just double check this. So did Hull sent you?
We weren't really given a name.
Hold on. Let me just double check my notes. Because I could have sworn that name is very familiar and it's going to bother me.
If you don't know what it is, you can roll a history check.
I
For
suppose.
whatever reason, it rang a bell to me too.
Yeah, let me.
Well, I just got a nat 20 on a history check, so... Maybe
Chroma Gill
Gill
Brain
remembers.
Blast!
Hole!
It's literally a mushroom cloud.
How the fuck can I flavor this?
I've met a lot of travelers in my time.
Probably like a chain of like.
So many people have
Yeah,
come to that
you-
woods that I
I
lived
knew a
in
guy
for-
who knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a
Remember,
guy.
From you
before-
knowing a guy,
before
knowing
this
a-
journey, Chroma Gill spent 900 years hanging out in a woods talking to everyone who went by.
You've heard elves speak about someone from the north known as Captain Hull, basically the leader of the Jolly Sharks.
Captain Hull? Leader of the Jolly Sharks?
Oh, how's the
Jolly.
mushroom know that?
Jolly sharks.
The mushroom gets around. Mushroom's older than most of us here.
I mean, I've
you know
heard
that.
of 3 holes, but he's the only one I think might be relevant to this.
Well, with that, they go. They're pretty much everyone's at ease now. All the ghosts are just like now taking it easy, and they all put their weapons away. Right now, you have these guys on a hook. Right now, they think you know the captain. So, what are you going to ask them and/or talk to them about at this point? As all the ghosts kind of like ease their tension from when you guys looked at the ghosts that were surrounding you. They all looked skeletal and like very fucking frightening.
Like Return of the King,
Yep.
those Return of the King ghosts.
Yep. And the moment you like their tensions has eased up, they all start looking way more like fleshed out. A lot of humans, a lot of goblins, a few merfolk actually here and there.
Huh.
Like 1 or 2, not a lot. Enough that probably like a band of pirates on the ocean probably could make use out of some fish folk.
I mean, it makes the most sense to me.
But this crew primarily is human.
Well, guys, I got them calmed down. Is there anything you'd like to ask? You don't get chances like this often.
Well, as a naval man, perhaps you could see if they know anything about our pursuers or the red people patrolling the Daystar that we're looking for.
Oh, you mean the one walking with the captain?
Yeah,
Perhaps.
exactly. That one.
You know, it's kind of weird. We kind of thought the captain would be taller.
But he's a
We have been away from the sea for quite some time.
How long has it been since you've seen the cabin?
Oh, it should be like 5, maybe 6 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, you know, that adds up.
a lot can change in 6 weeks.
Sure is. When was...
Just like that last the captain picked up. She's a looker, she is.
Oh,
I bet. He's always been quite the ladies' man.
describe her for me. I haven't had the chance. I haven't had the pleasure.
Persuasion check.
Uh, 13.
I'm very curious how
You don't know, bloke. She's about yay hot. Well, that's when she wants to be scary and nothing. But when she's hot, when she wants to be a little bit more charismatic, she can make herself out to be probably about half your size, lad. About half your size, curves around here, can speak to the woods and whatnot. She owns her own little bit of real estate.
Oh,
Dimensional real estate, if you catch me drift.
her own little court, if you will.
Ah, yeah, that's right. You know what? We have met her.
Yes, in fact, kind of rummages through his things, presents the Cloak of Spring.
Persuasion with advantage.
Are you fucking kidding me? 4. Was that a 3?
These guys look to each other, then look to you. They have no idea what the fuck you just showed them.
Well, a woman matching your description gave this to me. She said she wanted me to find someone she knew. Said he was being, could have come this way. Has very fascinating eyes.
Yeah, we passed through the Court of Spring.
Well, the captain did state something about her eyes being one of her key features. That was a burp, excuse me.
It's okay. You're dead. You can let it out.
Well, my name is Frog.
Yeah.
Been holding that one for over a decade.
For over years now. For 4 weeks I have.
Yeah. No, we definitely passed by her. I mean,
So, then, riddle me this, lad, because they didn't seem like the sporting type when we tried to ask them for any sort of questions. Why was the captain walking around with a bunch of red folk from Gast Isle?
see, that's the thing we're trying to find out right now. I mean, did you see which way he went? Because we have several questions for him, just as you do. But looks like you guys are a little busy here.
We've been at this for quite some time. Captain's orders to make sure we hide his most valuable treasure.
Of course, like it makes sense. I mean, you got to hide that stuff. It's incredibly valuable. We could pass on to him exactly where you left it if you want as well.
Oh, aye, because you know, lad, considering that you know the captain well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Persuasion check.
This would be a good time to. Yes. Okay. Good. Considering I have negative in charisma and intelligence, that's an 18.
18.
Does the ring count with diplomatic evasion?
No, it's fine. It works.
I'm the one with the charisma ring, though.
Which is why it's funny that I'm doing the talking.
No, it's fine. They're pretty swayed. You're keeping this going as Frog is still trying to find a place to put down the treasure chest that he has. Which is weird, because that's apparently what they've been trying to do this whole time.
You still haven't been able to find a place to hide that, huh?
No. This sword ain't gonna go this sword needs to go somewhere quite safe. And also, we need to make sure the keepsake is, We need to make sure the peeper's put in place. You know how it goes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, pirate life and all that.
Well, we're making sure that our last job was done quite well indeed. So well that the captain made sure that whatever treasure, whatever this thing is, all we know is that it's some kind of really unique weapon. The captain told us to put it somewhere close to home.
Close to home.
Like the captain's home, or
Ah, you dumb idiot.
Oi, he be but a mushroom.
Ah, yes, that's fair. Everyone else, yeah.
I'm just trying to keep up.
He doesn't get out much. Now I'm doing the accent.
Ah, well, I guess that makes sense considering that the captain likes to keep all types of appearances. The captain's a real sly one when it comes to disguising himself. Can change out his race at the snap of a finger.
That's interesting. I don't believe I've heard of many people who can do that.
Aye, but you know what his true form is, lad.
Can't say I've ever had the pleasure.
Piece it together, folks.
I'm going with
I
doppelganger.
gave you a huge clue. Piece it together.
He likes to change his races at the drop of a hat. Wants to protect things.
What's his son?
The
Son is
drop.
Who's with us that changes into
The captain, huh? So changes shapes a lot. Interesting.
Of course he does.
He wouldn't happen to be sort of dragon-like when he wants to be, is he?
I mean, he could choose to be. I know the dragon folk up top are quite common. I know he tried to have a fling with a dragon, but that didn't go so well.
Oh.
It seldom does.
The captain likes to see himself as a ladies' man, but after seeing his eyes for his actual wife, he kind of let that little life of his go away. Even though, between you and me, wasn't really quite the ladies' killer as he thought he was.
Is Devil Grin around here?
Devil Grin's here.
Just glance over.
He looks over to you. He looks over to Morgan. What?
Any of this sound familiar?
No. I know my mother and... Well, wait. Yeah, my mother and father's a kobold. Or my brothers and sisters in that sense.
So wait, how did you become a dragon then?
I told you I didn't know my folks. I was sold into slavery, and then my folks treated me like an actual person.
That makes sense.
I don't feel this captain could be my actual father. That seems a little weird, considering I've only ever been in the Underdark most of my life.
That thing you do when you, take on your other form, what is,
Oh,
what's that involve?
Well, this is just something I was able to do. In order to keep my appearance, I only can transform into one thing. And that's a drow. And he,
see.
waves his hand, and you watch as, that ember feeling reappears, and he becomes Segrin again.
Like that?
Look at the pirates. Was anything like that?
Oh, aye! The Dark Elves!
But that kind of transformation, was that what your captain did, or was it different?
We never really seen him transform. We only know that he could... Normally it's with all sorts of doodads and medical procedures.
Oh. He's someone who likes to...
He's chop-shopped himself based on what you were just told.
Fan
Wake's
of the
gonna-
old sawbones, eh?
Wake's gonna make an attempt at a history check to see if any of this would it be history or nature for something like this.
History. So what exactly are you trying to piece out of this?
I'm trying to piece together things that from Wake's travels that might make sense for what creatures
What these
can
puzzle
do these
pieces
types
are.
of things, and
Okay.
that is a 17.
17? Okay. So, remember that the Drow live in the Underdark, and there's also an Elven Kingdom. And the Elven Kingdom has been having trouble with a disease that has racked a Drow city in the Underdark about 50 years ago.
Which is about the time that these people died. In his head, he says this. And so, if the disease killed them, and then he...
Dun,
now-
dun,
And they are told to hide a very particular weapon very close to home.
Wake's going to keep that information to himself now that he feels like he knows exactly where that is.
So your captain was typically a...
He was a drow.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And you say he'd want to keep his treasure close to home.
Oh, he said something about making sure that his family be kept safe from those who would try to seek him out. A lot of the old brimstone and fire type.
Yes, that does seem like the type who's pursuing us now, and we were hoping to perhaps rendezvous with the good captain. So, I guess that all fits.
Well, it's been quite a little bit of a ways. We've kind of been sitting up here this entire time trying to find a good place to put this thing down. But we can let you know we entered in through a small cave off to the distance there. Just he like turns around and like he's looking over towards where the wall is, like where the overarching wall of the entire staircase kind of like domes over. That way. And all the other pirates like turn and look and like actually like point out like, yeah, we all came in through this way. Devil Grin holds his mouth up, flicks out his tongue. I can smell the sea salt over that way.
Well, that seems like the way we have to head then.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's gonna tell them about the fact that
The Jeravul might be where they actually ended up hiding it.
not even Jevavul, they might be hiding it. Do you all know what a Malu is? Devil Grin says out loud. What the daff is that?
They're kind of
They're like little slug-like people.
Devil Grin kind of just like bites the bottom of his lip.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And them folks have a grand library of sorts, is that not right?
Yeah,
yeah.
very true.
And apparently their captain was trying to hide a very valuable weapon somewhere around here close to home.
Yeah, sounds right.
They're very protective of their things, aren't they?
And they aren't huge fans of things that are from the outside.
No.
Fascinating.
I see. Boy. Well, you guys better watch out for them, I guess. Ha ha ha! Gotta stay alive.
Should we kill him then?
Oh, you know.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna make this a bit of a problem for us, we can make it a problem for them, ain't that right, boys?
I bet you could.
You know, it's just one of those things that maybe hold off on that. Perhaps wait for word from your captain.
We've been waiting for at least 5 weeks, lad. We can't be waiting this much longer. We have to head out to shore.
That's true enough, but you know, give them another day or so. I mean,
Persuasion.
It's hard to tell what time it is down here anyway. So.
Haste makes waste and whatnot.
Maybe it's been less time than you think it has. 17.
There's nothing going on. Feels like
They
time
beat
could
you
just
by 1
fly.
point.
Ah, damn. Well,
Time could just fly by. Trust me.
Then you watch just like one of the merfolk who doesn't look like a mako shark. It looks more like a white tip reef shark. Kind of like looks at everyone else. Oh, I don't know about you, but I kind of miss the ocean. I want to head back.
see, I normally would agree with that, but I mean, what's the point of heading back without your captain, right?
Oh, we have been out without our captain for quite some time. We've all been on missions once before. We've all stolen all kinds of trinkets.
Makes sense. Well, if you guys want to find your way back,
I will keep that in mind. Meanwhile, we'll make sure as the first mates to make sure that this remains safe. The lot of you, take a walk.
all right, makes sense to us.
All the ghosts turn and head in another direction that you were heading.
Okay. Well, all right. I suppose that works.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
But you fellas will stay here and
You-
make sure that this is properly buried and protected.
You
right?
feel an enormous necrotic chill sway over you as that chill disappears as they're walking away.
It's like a nice breeze.
A skeleton hand appears from the floor.
Ah!
Oh, hello. Oh. We should go that well. Let's go.
All right.
No, they're not attacking you.
I'm just saying.
They're all right. Like now, you just watch as a bunch of fucking skeletons rise from the floor. They're all wearing rusted weapons and fucked up attire.
You don't think they'll
They
mind if
all
we bring
turn,
an undead pirate
march,
army
and
to the-
head after their souls.
All right, bye guys. Have fun.
I guess they went to go take a walk.
I'm just gonna go check out Dimswell.
I mean, I
it
suppose if
can't
there
be
was
that
any
bad.
trouble in the path ahead, they'll find it first.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get all the things on the ceiling stabbing them without them stabbing us.
And judging by their
2 more hands pop out of the ground.
Oh
I guess they weren't done yet.
Stand up. And there's your 2 friends that you've been talking to this whole time. One stands up holding the treasure, and the other one stands up with the portable hole in his hand.
Hail, fellows!
I give the skull back.
You're missing that. Here, do you want me to hold that box while you put it on? That's not gonna work on me.
It's a very important box. They probably don't.
First of
want
all,
you
that
touching
thing
it.
is probably rusted as hell, and second of all, I'm just saying it's probably not going to work.
The other one takes his head back, looks at it.
Now, when you were looking at it there, were you looking at your shoulders, or were your shoulders looking at your eyes?
That's a good question. How did you perceive that?
I just want to know.
The skeletons take
I don't
up
have
the
a
same-
skeleton.
The skeletons take up the same position, like they kind of like stand up, but then they enter in where the ghosts are standing, so the ghosts disappear, and now the skeletons take the same stance as where the ghosts were. So pretty much the bones are now taking place where the soul was standing.
So you still need to find a place to bury that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so...
Which
Which is weird because they're opening their mouths now. They open their mouths and the voice comes out, but they're not moving.
Reminds me of a fellow Sir Daniel. He spoke like this. Anyway, boys, if you need to bury that, kind of just points to the general area. I'm sure, like, this whole spot would work.
Yeah, this entire place doesn't look like it's been disturbed for years.
Yeah, it's been quite a while
Aside
since
from,
anyone...
aside from you folk, of course.
Well, that's all well and good, lad, but we still need to find the captain's home.
True enough. You know, I'm willing to bet further in that way you probably find it. In fact, if we travel together, we might be able to find it. I mean, we're looking for him too, so...
It's true.
Run a persuasion check.
Yeah, come on, let's walk with a roving band of skeletons. Pirate skeletons. Come on, we'll return to the king this. I love it.
I'm not being much help.
14. It's not bad. It's not great.
Oh, you lot do know the captain, yes. So
Aye.
it might be a good chance for us to take a little bit of a walk ourselves and also maybe find the captain's home, since he probably sent you here. What was your last mission?
Oh, my last mission, I was, how familiar are you with the southern pirates? You know, we're down here in the south and all.
A right lot, indeed.
Yeah, well, we're running, some cargo for a upstart named Mead.
Oh, they like kind of like look to you and kind of like all grin. Oh, how much did you steal off them?
Not much.
What did you walk away with? They're very interested now. The 2 skeletons kind of like clamber right on top of you.
Well, we haven't exactly finished the mission just yet, but we're looking to make quite a save on this one, I think.
Someone's got to bring that dumb upstart a little, drop him down a peg.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So what was your mission then? You look like a well put together individual.
Well, before I met these fine folk,
Aye.
all I can honestly remember is laying on the ground in Gast Isle with a wound in my chest.
Why the bloody hells would you send yourself over that way? That's where all the red ones are coming from.
Well, they're making their way down here now, so hopefully this stuff that we're trying to run will be able to stop them.
How did it take them 5 weeks to get to this part of the world?
They travel fast.
Oh, that's oof. They both of the skeletons shiver.
However they can.
Well, rattle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you ain't looking like any of the mushrooms from around here. What was your mission?
Oh, I was stationed out by, have you ever heard of Wright? There was a small forest nearby, and I just kind of watched as the travelers went by and passed on information to the different people we met. But then I bumped into these folks and decided I wanted to see the world rather than just hear about it. And so here I am.
Ah, you picked him up then.
Yep.
Well, he looks too chunky to be a spy.
But
I have a very trustworthy face.
he's a great siege engine, though.
Just stares blankly.
Boy, I can't read him. No, I
Into
can't.
his soul.
Hold on, let me roll insight on that. Boy, I can't read him. No, neither can I.
Nobody can. That's why I'm great with information.
The big lad can bust through practically any door.
Or
Well,
wall.
all right then. Well, so long as we got this, like the one skeleton rips open the portable hole. You guys watch as like actual like rubies and gems actually pour out. Ah, you bleeding idiot.
I help him push it back in.
Ah, thank you, lad. Thank you. All right, get it in there. Drops the chest into the portable hole. Rolls it up. Puts it in a small pouch that's attached to him that's kind of like rotting off. All right then. Let's be on our way to the ship then.
Makes sense to me.
You should get that pouch replaced.
Boy, what do you mean? Oh, bleeding hell. Any of you lot know how to tailor? Devil grin. Right, here you are. Tosses it off to Devil grin. He looks to the rest of you just like, I don't want this responsibility.
Here, I can help you.
All right, then, well, let's go take a walk. The skeletons like pat you on the shoulder and push you forward with weirdly amazing strength.
So they're just letting us hold the pouch that has their portable hole in it?
But they're watching you as you do it.
Okay.
And that's where we'll leave off.
I was going to say, because I have another portable hole in my possession.
Well, this is
What
where we'll lead
happens-
off for now.
Yeah. All right. Well,
When
we'll
portable hole
we'll
meets
ponder
portable
on
hole.
this one and take care of that business next time at the table. But before we go,
We
Fan
do have fan art.
fan
yes.
art.
Fan
All
art.
right.
Ooh, what have I done?
Well, we just made ourselves a skeleton army.
Yeah.
Oh
what
my
you've
god,
done is set us up with some friends.
I'm Aragorn.
Yeah, they're here to pay the debt. They turned tail in the final battle, and now we can, give them that chance.
TFS
Does that make Wake Legolas? Because you're clearly more of a Gimli.
I was gonna
Yes.
say I'm more of a Gimli. If we had a Funglet with us, who I had to begrudgingly be friends with,
Yeah.
that would be my.
Alrighty, so
Legolas.
we're ready to go at start at number 1 whenever Tyler's ready.
Yo,
Oh wait,
Whoa.
that's not
That-
number
well, we can
one,
s-
but
we-
I love
we
stupid
can
Kevin.
We can start from there.
Oh God, why am I so stretched out?
I like our
oh,
squished face. I
They
can't
found her
remember.
in the closet.
You might. I can fix that for you. Hold on. I can fix that. Yeah.
It froze.
Perfect
Oh, that was
time.
monstrous.
That was excellent. That was just when we wanted it.
Beautiful.
So they look beautiful, don't they? Our friends at the TFS table.
I mean, they would if we could see them. That said, I don't know if our preview is just frozen because I also don't see the little ticker there moving at all, and it looks like it's.
I think it's just half frozen there anyway.
Well, we'll have to just fix this later.
the camera.
Oh well, I guess we don't have our face cam for
No,
now.
we're the skeleton crew. Don't worry about it. Our
We're
souls
just-
are going after. We're now going back to sea. Don't worry about it.
Invisible.
All right, let's go down to numero uno.
Alrighty, from
Nice.
Miss Merendate? Yes, Miss Merendate. Just a quick Chromagill sitting with his circle done on an art app on my phone. Haven't
really
done
cool.
fan art in a long time due to work, but I finally got caught up to the table.
That's sick. You did that on your phone? That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Oh, God,
that,
it's
my
back.
friends, was the story of Wake. He was a silly
We
little
should probably
fish
just
man.
put that away.
Still a little stretched out. No, don't put it away. I can fix that.
You have the
we're-
power?
We're on an archive. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, get things.
It's
rolling.
whatever.
It's-
It can be moved. It's fine. People can see this little peek behind the curtain.
It's very
They're
slimming.
allowed.
My cowlick actually looks all right with that.
Oh,
Don't worry.
now
Oh,
we've got
Jesus.
all cam.
Part of the plan.
Oh, and then look at that.
And then
Wham.
I think it'd be better if it were just like a rectangle, because then you could
Alright, so while that's
uncrop it.
Hey, keep talking about the art.
Alright,
Yeah, no,
Heyo.
like if you did this on your phone, that's like
I envy
No, it looks
anyone
great.
who could get away with doing stuff like that. Because doing tablet stuff like that, oh boy, that's a hard time.
yeah. I never quite took the time to learn how to draw in general. So like everything I do, like everything looks off. I can only do like stick figures and stuff like that.
I've been trying to find a stylus that works with my touch screen, and it's been harder than I thought it would be. I was under the impression that'd be a very simple thing to get. But tried like 5 places when we were in LA. Nobody had capacitive styluses.
Amazon.
Yeah,
Probably.
Amazon. All right, well, thank you
Amazon
very
kinda has
much.
everything.
We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next person.
Yo!
From Ink Drinking. Finish
Great
the
name.
finish the Nedra art thingy. Not my best, but I hope you like it.
I think it looks
Dude, it looks
fantastic.
fine. Looks great. There was a line art version they did of this. I just took the finished version.
Now the question is, the fate of that firefly/fairy. Is she going to catch it and keep it, or is she about to crush it,
Or eat it.
or accidentally crush it?
Probably that one.
Yeah,
Probably that one.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give it a high five. Oops.
that is kind of.
It's
a
so
Nedra thing
rude.
to
It's
do.
not high-fiving back.
Maybe I should punch.
It got its light all over me.
Thank you so much. Next up,
Oh.
just finished chapter 4, episode 11 of TFS at the Table, and oh boy, that poor grunt had no idea what hit him. Wake, you monster.
Yeah, I just kind of what did I call it? The hydroken. I hydrokened him right into the mouth of that,
Right into the abyss.
into the abyss of the abyss.
Just waiting there.
It's like that fucking scene from Star Wars where they enter into the worm.
Oh, the
yeah.
asteroid worm?
Yep.
Long teeth like
Galgoroth
that are
or
extra
something.
creepy.
Yeah.
I find them extra unsettling when they're just very, very long.
Oh, but he
fangs
looks so
like that.
happy though.
I mean, he's psyched about this little meal he's gonna get, but
Imagine the size of the things it normally eats, because that
Like
thing is
whales?
not chewing on a person.
Well, remember, the ocean is, what, 80% of the world?
80 to 90% of your world, I'd say. I
Yeah.
mean, how many days did you say it takes to like circumnavigate?
Navigate 300.
goodness,
Yeah.
that's a while.
Okay.
Big scary fish.
Next up. Oh, by the way, that was from next TSL Elite. Sorry about that.
nice.
This one is
At
from.
Daisuke Draws 1998, keeping that tag on there.
Yep. Daisuke Draws 1998. Wanted to do Wake in DBZ style.
Yeah, it's, I was gonna say like this is how Wake would show up in Chrono Trigger or on Xenoverse 2 or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you've got another mission, a parallel quest, if you will.
They have another piece of artwork to show off, but I think I interspliced it with something else later down the road.
Cool,
Okay.
cool.
So we will see more of them in a few minutes.
Awesome, thank
Thanks,
you,
Daisuke.
Daisuke Draws. I love it. I love the scar. I love everything about that. That's great.
Next up, from Bangarang Aliko,
Yay!
I was just enjoying a fine pint with my friend.
Wake is fascinated by how Chromagil drinks.
I don't even like. I love that if you look at his spores, you can see that it's traveling up the arm.
Yep.
Where does it go? Nobody knows.
He just kind of keeps it there and gets really drunk.
I have this central system that gets inebriated very quickly.
It goes straight to the brain.
A one-way ticket to my mini brains.
Many? Yes!
It's got like
We're a hive mind, don't you know?
it's like a network of 6
Oh
mini
my God.
brains, each with their own tasks.
Man, if the hive mind thing was real and he got drunk, so it doesn't mean all the small little like all the
They're
small
just all going in different directions.
yeah, just like and then out of nowhere, like it's like a fucking Harold and Kumar go to White Castle situation with one of the smaller mushrooms just lost in this fucking village.
the liquor
I
went
fucking-
straight to my thighs, i.e., the 2 beings controlling my thighs. I can't control myself.
Meanwhile, Wake looking really Woody Harrelson over there. Got it. Actually, is that Woody Harrelson or is that more? Oh God, who the James Woods?
James, yeah, I
Looking
see
very James Woods.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Bangarang Aliko. We'll have another one
kindly,
to show
Bangarang.
after in a little bit.
Awesome.
But next up, from Daisuke Draws again,
Ooh,
Nice.
a little
looking real Krillin there, Chromagil.
I'm
Yep.
getting even stronger now.
Or Kid Buu. He looks. He could
I
also
was
be
gonna
very
say,
Kid Buu.
yeah.
man, but when I look at this pose, I think Cybermen for some reason.
A little bit. Yeah, I can see that.
He
Although they're-
planted me,
they're
and now
normally
now I'm going to explode with spores.
That's actually something I totally could have seen in the Tournament of Power, a character like that.
Just a, definitely, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a little mushroom guy, Goku. You think you can beat me with strength?
I'm from Universe 3.
With that armor, he definitely looks like a Chrono Cross or Chrono
Yeah.
Trigger character.
Yeah.
Fun guy.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know if this is done with Copics. If it is, good on you, because hot damn, that shit's expensive, and you got this down perfect.
That's
Looks
awesome.
If it's
good.
another tool, I have not drawn traditional in 10 years. So I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but this is really well done.
Solid stuff.
Next up, from Bangarang Legal.
Hey! Stupid Kevin and nameless.
And Blue
Dragon.
Pseudo Dragon. Don't let it share the same fate as Peaches. I love that. You know what? I love that everyone has their own interpretation of how the bloaterfish is drawn. I can't wait to show the official one when the campaign's over.
I just remember I was watching Blue Planet 2 like early in the morning, and I just like took a picture of the fucking like. There is something that looks legitimately like a bloaterfish in real life. I'm like, Zito, is this the inspiration? And
Absolutely
you'd like,
not.
never seen the thing before, but it looks exactly like it. It's crazy.
I mean, I would be a liar if I didn't say I got like the basic idea from a monkfish when
Oh, of course.
when it's breached out of water. But I never the way I drew it, I was just like, all right, what if I just Goomba with some weird features?
Yeah, Magikarped them up, and
Yep.
yeah,
So thank you so much, Bangarang.
awesome stuff.
Love it.
Next up, from Venomous Vinny,
Oh man.
Mushroom Smash.
Missing the Infinity Gauntlet here.
Yeah, man, don't fuck with that. He's got the legendary 8-pack.
Don't worry, I'll break it.
In my time, I have seen time destroy all. Now it is my turn.
And it
What
brings
made
a
those-
smile to my face.
Nothing. I cannot smile.
What made those scars, I wonder?
Could be anything. Could have just been like a gentle slice, like going across. Because, like, I mean, this probably doesn't take much to cut his fibrous being.
He did it to himself to make himself look cool later.
Yeah, you got to
Alright.
give yourself that Bardock scar.
After Chromagill has his dark turn, he realizes that people with scars got things done. So
No,
he
that's
did
how
it to
he.
himself.
That's how he issued a challenge. It's like the Native American mercenary and predator.
I'll
just
cut
gets a
myself.
knife.
I swear it.
Hell yeah.
he did it.
Awesome. And the final piece,
Stupid Kevin!
Stupid Kevin from Seto Sister.
I make things into other things.
I'm going to try and scratch the roof of his mouth. Here I go.
I just fucking realized that if you look inside of its mouth, it's a fucking swirling void.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait, why is he? That's right. I described it as such.
It's a crazy swirling abyss of torrential alchemic energy.
Equivalent exchange, Wake.
This seems like an affront to God.
All right.
All right, take this bag of dirt, turn it into a big ball of mud. Oh, I did it!
It's a transmutation fish.
It's actually clay.
Oh, I mean, I guess it's kind of the same.
And that's how Play-Doh was made.
Oh! Man, you fucking say that, and I bet the Fine Day Boardwalk Company would make a mint off that.
Oh
A
yeah.
bunch of stupid Kevins. All right, well, thank you all so much for joining us this week. We will see you guys next time at the table. Peace out, Wonders.